If I could save time in a bottle.
Story of poems and pictures that capture the essence of the birthday boy's life. Let's begin. How does one approach this thing? 40 years in the life of Greg Pond. His achievements exceed the normal. His pursuits and antics go beyond. At age 10, he showed his ability to be successful at endeavors, bowling almost 200. I wheedled the bowling pin from the proprietor of State Lanes to help with the celebration. At the Frewsburg Gala Days, the vendor of a scam game turned ashen white when Greg picked up the 3 balls and threw them through 3 holes that seemed smaller than the balls. This allowed Greg to walk away with one of the 2 $50 prizes known as Big Bird. Nice going, Greg. As a teenager, Greg was a good-looking, intelligent young man. He was very interested in starting his plan to get rid of the peach fuzz. As you can see, he was quite successful at getting rid of the peach fuzz. Sometimes Greg could be classified as a wild and crazy guy. This, for instance, looks just a little bit bizarre. Greg never lacked for personality and zeal. He was second in his class, the class of '88. He was to deliver a speech, which was both daring and controversial. Here's a Pond poem. At graduation he stood very tall. As salutatorian he marched to the stage. His speech was covered with whiteout. The principal had been enraged. His alma mater, Cornell University, requires no comment. Something this prestigious speaks for itself. Greg's inventiveness led to recognition. At Trucklight, his mind's always buzzing. Clever patent awards he's amassed. Greg got plaques and accolades. Trucklight got the cash. How many of us were duped one day? How many of us were boobs? Who knew Sabine walked backwards? Did he blindly solve the cube? His Halloween production showed very clearly that at heart he's a kid, you know. His Vulcan family came to Earth in a sly disintegration video. This was coming. The mailbox caper is very long gone. 37 mailboxes were knocked afar. I said, Greg, did you have a part in this? He said, Dad, I was only driving the car. When Greg and Sabine decided to wed, it was a wonderful family tale. But who in God's name would have ever thought we'd find out from You've Got Mail? We're all blessed at the beautiful child that was conceived. She's a wonderful and beautiful human being. We all savor every moment in her presence. But what do you expect along these lines from this brilliant and technological ham? We got the news of beautiful Angie on an emailed sonogram. Well, instead of belaboring the point with all these anecdotes, I've decided to tell one story that kind of epitomizes his clever nature. This is an incident where one of Greg's wonderfully spontaneous and quick-witted pranks had an unexpected ending. Let's start. I was driving to Bemis with Greg by my side to store some boxes up there. My life was in limbo at that period of time, and Doris had some space to share. I parked the car, grabbed the remote. Greg went on into the place. I pushed the button, picked up a load, and headed forward looking for space. The door opened, so I started to walk. This would be a successful day. But just as I took my second step, the garage door went the other way. I put down the boxes, grabbed the remote. Electronics can be a curse. I picked up the cargo, took a step. The damn thing went in reverse. I set the boxes on the ground. This thing was growing mundane. If it were to reoccur again, I just might go insane. This might have gone on for hours, like the movie Groundhog's Day, if it weren't for a scream and a holler coming from Greg that day. He had been pushing the interior button, laughing and jumping with glee. He was tickled with excitement each time he baffled me. Mindy's dog saw his crazy behavior. Instincts kicked on in. He opened his mouth, bared his teeth, and bit the intruder on the shin. The moral of the story is clearly profound and deep. Even if your prank is shrewd, look before you leap. So anyway, how does it actually happen to have offspring this unique? No need for the mailman's DNA. Just take a little peek.
If I could save time in a bottle, the first thing that I'd like to do is to save every day till eternity passes away, just to spend them with you. If I could make days last forever, if words could make wishes come true, I'd save every day like a treasure.